Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about something very close to my heart: how to talk in English. Talking in English is like learning to swim. At first, the water seems deep, and you may be scared to jump in. But once you take that first step, you start to feel better. The more you practice, the more comfortable you become. One of the best ways to learn English is by listening. When you listen to English, your ears get used to the sounds. You hear how words are pronounced, and you learn new phrases without even realizing it. It's like listening to music. The more you listen, the more you understand. Another way to get better at speaking is by practicing with friends or even by yourself. Sometimes I talk to myself in English. It may feel silly, but it helps. You can pretend you're having a conversation. Ask yourself questions and answer them. The more you talk, the better you get. And don't worry if you don't know many words. You don't need big words to speak well. Simple words are enough. Just focus on saying what you want to say, even if it's not perfect. People will understand, and over time, you will learn more words. The more you do it, the easier it will become. Another thing that helped me was reading out loud. When you read, your brain gets used to seeing and saying the words. It's like exercising your muscles. The more you do it, the stronger you get. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. If you don't know how to say something, it's okay to ask someone. We all need help sometimes, and asking questions is how we learn. One last thing I want to say is this: believe in yourself. If you think, "I can't do this," then it will be hard. But if you tell yourself, "I can learn this," you will see progress. English is not hard if you take it one step at a time. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. You don't reach the top in one big jump. You take one small step, then another and another. Before you know it, you've reached the top. It's the same with learning to talk in English. So, I encourage you all to start today. Speak English as much as you can. Don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just speak. In the end, learning English is like planting a tree. You water it every day and it grows slowly. But one day, you will see that it has grown tall and strong. You will feel proud of yourself for not giving up. Remember, the most important thing is not how fast you learn, but that you never stop trying. Speaking English is not about being perfect. It's about being brave. Every time you speak, you are one step closer to becoming better. It's like a muscle. If you don't use it, it stays weak. But the more you speak, the stronger your English becomes. So keep going, keep talking, and one day you will be able to say, "I did it." If you want to connect with people, don't be afraid to show your feelings when you talk. Smile when you're happy, frown when you're confused, and use your hands to express yourself. Language is more than words. It's the way you communicate your heart. Sometimes when you're learning, you might feel stuck. You may think, "I've been studying for so long, but I'm not improving." This is normal. Learning a language is like climbing a hill. Sometimes you move quickly, and sometimes it feels slow. But even when it feels slow, remember that you are still moving forward. Don't give up, even when it feels hard. When you learn a new word or have a conversation in English, don't forget to celebrate your progress. Take a moment to feel proud. Every little step is an achievement. Learning English is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to where you want to be. When you're practicing speaking, try to think in English too. At first, you might translate from your language to English in your head, but try to move past that. Think in English as much as you can. It's like learning to dance. At first, you need to think about each step, but with practice, it becomes natural. Find a friend or a group and practice speaking together. You might also feel nervous about speaking to native English speakers, but most people are kind and patient. They don't expect you to be perfect. They understand that you are learning, so don't be afraid to talk to them. If you make a mistake, they might correct you, and that's a good thing. Every correction is a chance to learn something new. There will be days when you feel frustrated. There will be times when you feel like giving up. But I want you to remember something very important. You are stronger than you think. You have already taken the first step by wanting to learn. That takes courage. And here's the beautiful part. No matter where you are from, no matter what your background is, English can connect you to the world. It's like a bridge that brings people together. When you speak English, you can travel, meet new people, and learn about different cultures. It's a key that opens many doors. So, when you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Think about the opportunities that learning English will bring into your life. Imagine yourself in the future, speaking English confidently, making new friends, and achieving your dreams. Hold on to that vision. Let it push you forward, and always remember to be kind to yourself. Learning a language is not easy, and you are doing an amazing job. If you make a mistake, don't be hard on yourself. Instead, say, I'm learning, and I'm getting better every day. There will be moments when you surprise yourself. You might suddenly understand a conversation or say something without thinking too hard about it. These are the moments when you realize how far you've come, and those moments will keep coming as long as you keep trying. As I stand here today, speaking to you in English, I want you to know that I was once in your shoes. I was scared, I made mistakes, and I wanted to give up, but I didn't. And if I can learn to speak English, so can you. The journey might be long, but it's worth every step, because with every word you learn, with every sentence you say, you are building a brighter future for yourself. I remember the day when I realized that learning English was not just about understanding words, but about connecting with people. I was sitting in a park, and a tourist came up to me, asking for directions in English. For the first time, I didn't hesitate. I spoke with confidence. Even though my English wasn't perfect, the smile on their face when they understood me felt like magic. That's when I knew that English is a powerful tool, a way to bring people together. Learning English has taught me more than just a language. It's taught me patience, resilience, and the importance of not giving up. Each word, each sentence is a small victory, and each time you speak, no matter how small the conversation, you are winning. One of the things that really helped me was using English in my daily life. I didn't wait for a classroom or a special occasion to practice. I used English everywhere. I would describe what I saw while walking down the street, or I would think in English while doing simple tasks like cooking or cleaning. These little moments of practice add up over time. I also loved talking to myself in English. I would pretend to have conversations with people. Sometimes I would even act out a scene from a movie or TV show, just to practice speaking out loud. It might sound funny, but it helped me feel more comfortable with the language. The more I talked to myself, the more natural English felt. And here's something I learned that might surprise you. It's okay not to know everything. You don't need to know every word in the dictionary to speak English. Sometimes, simple words are enough. What's important is that you can express your thoughts and feelings. Even if you don't know the perfect word, there's always a way to communicate. English, like any language, is about sharing your heart and mind with others. Another thing I want to share is how important it is to celebrate every little success. I remember the first time I ordered food in English at a restaurant. It was a small thing, but I felt so proud. Celebrate moments like this. Did you have a conversation in English today? That's amazing. Did you learn a new word? That's progress. Every step you take is a step closer to your goal. And when you make a mistake, don't be discouraged. In fact, I want you to celebrate your mistakes. Why? Because mistakes are proof that you are trying. Each mistake is a lesson, a chance to learn something new. When I made mistakes, I used to feel embarrassed, but now I see them as opportunities to grow. You are not alone in this journey. There are millions of people around the world learning English, just like you. Many of them feel the same way, nervous, unsure, and afraid to make mistakes. But remember, we are all learners, and learning is a lifelong process. Even native English speakers learn new things about their language every day. If you ever feel stuck or feel like you're not improving fast enough, I want you to take a deep breath and remind yourself that learning is a journey, not a race. Some days, you'll make big leaps, and other days, you'll take small steps. Both are important. Both bring you closer to your goal. Confidence is key. Another important thing I want to talk about is confidence. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from believing in yourself and being willing to try. When you speak English, speak with confidence. Even if you're unsure of your words, people will feel your energy, and that's what matters. Confidence is something you build over time. And the more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Don't be afraid to practice with native speakers, even if you think your English isn't good enough. Most people are kind and happy to help. In fact, many native speakers admire people who are learning a new language because they know how challenging it can be. When I spoke to native speakers, I was nervous at first, but I quickly learned that they appreciated my effort, and many even helped me improve. Immerse yourself in English. Also, try to surround yourself with English as much as possible. Listen to English music. Watch English movies. Read English books or articles. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more natural it will feel. And don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Over time, your brain will start to pick up patterns, and things will make more sense. Learning English can also be fun. You can play games in English, sing along to songs, join online groups where people from all over the world practice English together. There are so many ways to make learning enjoyable. The key is to find what works best for you and to stay consistent. And one more thing, be kind to yourself. Learning a new language is one of the bravest things you can do. It's not easy and it takes time. But every day you spend learning is a step forward. You might not see progress right away, but it's happening. You are getting better every single day. At the end of the day, remember why you're learning English. Whether it's for your career, to travel, to meet new people, or to simply challenge yourself, hold on to that reason. Let it guide you and keep you motivated. When the journey feels long, remind yourself of the doors that will open once you've mastered the language. But let me tell you something important. Even if your English is not perfect, you can still speak confidently. Today, I will show you how to improve your pronunciation, how to sound natural, and how to speak English with confidence. If you follow what I tell you, you will never feel shy or afraid to speak again. Let's talk about a common problem. Many people understand English. They can read and write. But when it's time to speak, they become nervous. Why? Here are some reasons. 1. Fear of making mistakes. You think, what if I say something wrong? 2. Worry about pronunciation. You feel like you don't sound natural. 3. Lack of practice. You never practice speaking, so you are not confident. 4. Thinking in your native language first. You translate every sentence in your head before speaking, which makes you slow. Does this sound like you? If yes, don't worry. I am going to give you the perfect solution. If you want to speak English fluently, your pronunciation should be clear. You don't need to have an American or British accent, but people should understand you easily. Here's how to improve your pronunciation. 1. Listen and copy. The fastest way to improve pronunciation is by listening and copying native speakers. Choose a simple video, audio, or even a short sentence. Listen carefully to how the speaker says it. Repeat it exactly the same way. For example, listen to this sentence. I want to go to the park. Now, don't just read it. Listen to how a native speaker says it and copy it exactly. Repeat it many times. If you do this every day, your pronunciation will improve naturally. 2. Speak slowly and clearly. Many people try to speak fast because they think it will make them sound fluent, but speaking too fast can make your pronunciation unclear. Instead, speak slowly and clearly. If you pronounce every word properly, people will understand you better. 3. Record your voice and compare. A powerful way to improve pronunciation is by recording yourself. Choose a sentence, say it, and record your voice. Listen to how you sound. Compare it with a native speaker and correct yourself. You will quickly notice where you need improvement. Even if your pronunciation is good, many people still feel shy and nervous to speak. So, how can you become confident? 1. Stop thinking about mistakes. Mistakes are not bad. They are part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes. 2. Speak English every day. Confidence comes from practice. If you only study English but never speak, you will never feel confident. Here's a simple rule. Every day, speak English for at least 15 minutes. Talk to yourself. Talk to a friend. Talk to a mirror. Just speak. 3. Use the 3-second rule. When you want to say something, don't wait too long. Give yourself 3 seconds, then speak. For example, your friend asks, "What did you do yesterday?" Instead of thinking for too long, say something immediately. I went to the park. I watched a movie. I had a great day. If you wait too long, you will feel more nervous. Just speak naturally. 4. Practice real conversations. The best way to gain confidence is by practicing real conversations. Now, I am going to teach you how to think in English. Stop translating in your head and speak fluently without hesitation. This is the ultimate key to fluency. If you want to speak English naturally, you must train your brain to think in English. If you keep translating from your native language to English, you will always be slow, and your sentences won't sound natural. But don't worry, I will show you exactly how to start thinking in English, even if you are a beginner. Why do you need to think in English? Many people study English for years but still struggle to speak fluently. The main reason is they don't think in English. For example, imagine you want to say, I am going to the market. If you think in your native language first, your brain will do this. 1. Think in your native language. 2. Translate to English. 3. Speak. This takes time. Instead, you must train your brain to think directly in English so that you can speak instantly. At first, this may sound difficult, but trust me, it is easy if you follow the right steps. Start with simple words. If you are a beginner, don't try to think in big, complex sentences immediately. Start with simple words. For example, when you wake up in the morning, look around and name the things in English. Bed, pillow, window, sunlight. Throughout the day, do the same. When you see something, say its name in English in your mind. When you see a tree, think tree, not the word in your native language. When you see a car, think car. This is the first step to training your brain. Think in simple sentences. After practicing words, start making simple sentences in your mind. For example, if you are brushing your teeth, think. When you are eating, think. I am eating rice. This food is delicious. Don't translate. Just think directly in English. Talk to yourself in English. This is one of the best ways to start thinking in English. Every day, spend 5 to 10 minutes talking to yourself in English. For example, when you are getting ready in the morning, say, I am choosing my clothes. I will wear a blue shirt today. When you are walking outside, say, the weather is nice today. I see a little girl playing. Watch and listen to English every day. The more you listen to English, the faster your brain will start thinking in English. Watch English movies and videos with subtitles at first. Listen to English podcasts while doing other activities. Read simple English books and articles. If you only listen and read, you will not improve quickly. You must speak. Even if you make mistakes, don't stop. Talk to friends, family, or even a mirror. The more you speak, the faster you will think in English. Here's how to stop hesitation and speak fluently. Don't think too much. Just speak. If you forget a word, don't stop. Find another way to say it. Use simple words and short sentences first. Don't be afraid of what others think. For example, if you want to say, I lost my keys and I can't find them, but you forget the word lost, you can say, I don't have my keys. I don't know where they are. This way, you are still speaking English without hesitation. If you follow this plan every day, your brain will automatically start thinking in English. Daily plan for thinking in English. Morning, name everything around you in English. Afternoon, make simple English sentences in your mind. Evening, watch or listen to English for at least 20 minutes. Night, speak to yourself in English for 5 to 10 minutes. Repeat this daily, and in a few weeks, you will start thinking in English naturally. My amazing students, you have now learned everything you need to speak English fluently, confidently, and naturally. Let me remind you of something very powerful. English is not difficult. The only thing stopping you is fear and hesitation. But now you know how to overcome both. If you want to be successful in life, learning English will open thousands of doors for you. It will help you get better jobs, travel the world, make international friends, and understand movies, books, and culture. But most importantly, it will make you feel confident and independent. So never stop learning. Even if some days feel difficult, even if people tell you that you are not good enough, never give up. You have come so far, and I believe in you. Now it's time to go and practice. Speak, listen, think in English every single day. And remember, mistakes don't matter. Effort matters. This is not the end. This is the beginning of your fluency journey. Keep learning, keep growing. And one day you will speak English like a pro. Let's do this together. I am with you on this journey, and I will always support you. So keep speaking, keep learning, and never give up on yourself. One day you will look back at this moment and realize how far you've come. And that day you will smile and say, I did it.
Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Justin. How are you today, Emma?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited because today we're talking about something we all use every day, social media.
Yes, social media is everywhere, and it has its good and bad sides. Today we'll talk about both in simple, easy English.
And we'll teach you useful words and phrases so you can talk about social media confidently. Let's start with a short conversation. Listen carefully.
Hey, Tom, do you use social media a lot?
Yeah, I do. I check Instagram and Facebook every day. It's fun, but sometimes I feel like I spend too much time on it.
Same here. I love seeing what my friends are up to, but it can be a big distraction.
True. And sometimes I see posts that make me feel like my life isn't as exciting as everyone else's.
I get that. But social media isn't all bad. I've learned so many new things from it, like recipes and travel tips.
That's a good point. I also follow news pages to stay updated.
Me too. And I joined a group where people share study tips. It's really helpful.
That sounds great. But do you ever feel overwhelmed by all the notifications?
Yes. Sometimes I need a social media break to relax.
That was a great conversation. Now Justin will explain some useful words and phrases.
Let's start with check social media. This means to look at social media apps like Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. Example: I check Instagram every morning. This means I open the app and look at posts.
Justin, do you check social media every morning?
Sometimes, but I try not to do it too much. Next, we have spend too much time. This means using a lot of time doing something. Example, I spend too much time on TikTok. This means I use TikTok for a long time, maybe more than I should.
That sounds like me. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time online?
Yes, especially when I start watching videos and lose track of time. Now let's talk about the word distraction. A distraction is something that stops you from focusing on your work or tasks. Example, social media is a big distraction when I'm trying to study. This means I can't focus on studying because I keep checking my phone.
Oh, I understand. I always get distracted when I hear my phone beep.
Same here. That's why I turn off notifications when I need to focus. The next phrase is feel like. It means to have a thought or emotion about something. Example, I feel like my life isn't as exciting as others. This means when I see other people's posts, I think their lives look more fun than mine.
I think many people feel that way after looking at social media.
Another useful phrase is stay updated. This means to know the latest news or information. Example, I follow news pages to stay updated. This means I use social media to read the latest news.
That's a good way to use social media. Do you follow news pages, Justin?
Yes, it helps me know what's happening in the world. Now let's learn the word recipe. A recipe is a set of instructions for cooking a dish. Example, I found a great recipe for chocolate cake on Instagram. This means I saw step-by-step instructions to make a chocolate cake.
I love looking at food recipes online.
Me too. But sometimes I just watch food videos and never cook anything. Now let's learn the word overwhelmed. This means feeling like there is too much happening at once. Example, I feel overwhelmed by all the notifications. This means too many messages or alerts make me feel stressed. Lastly, we have social media break. This means taking time away from social media to relax. Example, sometimes I need a social media break. This means I stop using social media for a while to feel better.
Do you take social media breaks, Justin?
Yes, it helps me focus on other things.
Now, let's talk about the pros and cons of social media. First, what do pros and cons mean? Pros are the good things or advantages of something. Example, one pro of social media is that it helps you stay connected with friends. Cons are the bad things or disadvantages of something. Example, one con of social media is that it can be distracting. So, when we say pros and cons of social media, we mean the positive and negative effects of using it. Let's start with the pros, the good things. Pros, good things about social media. 1. Stay connected with friends and family. One of the best things about social media is that it helps us stay connected with friends and family no matter where they are. Example, I can talk to my cousin in another country every day. This means that even though my cousin lives far away, I can send messages, call, or video chat with them anytime. 2. Learn new things. Social media is also a great place to learn new things. Example, I follow pages that teach me about science and history. This means I use social media to learn interesting facts every day. Some people follow accounts that teach new languages, fun facts, or even life skills. 3. Find new recipes. Another great thing about social media is that you can find new recipes. A recipe is a set of instructions for cooking a dish. Example, I found an easy pasta recipe on Facebook. This means I saw step-by-step instructions on how to make pasta. Many people share cooking videos online, making it easy to try new foods. 4. Stay updated with news and trends. Social media also helps people stay updated with the latest news and trends. Example, I read the news on Twitter to stay updated. This means I use social media to see what's happening in the world. People also follow trends in fashion, technology, or entertainment through social media. Cons, bad things about social media. Now, let's talk about the cons, the bad side of social media. 1. It can be distracting. One big con is that social media can be a distraction. A distraction is something that stops you from focusing on your work or tasks. Example, I spend hours scrolling instead of doing my work. This means I should be working, but I keep looking at social media instead. 2. It can make you compare yourself to others. Another con is that social media can make people compare themselves to others. Example, I feel like my life isn't as exciting as others. This means when I see fun posts from other people, I think my life isn't as interesting. But we have to remember, people only post the best parts of their lives. 3. Too many notifications can feel overwhelming. Social media can also be overwhelming when there are too many notifications. To feel overwhelmed means to feel like there is too much happening at once. Example, I turned off notifications because I felt overwhelmed. This means I was getting too many messages and it was stressful, so I turned them off. 4. It can waste time. The last con is that social media can waste time if we use it too much. Example, I spend too much time watching videos. This means I use social media for too long instead of doing important things. It's fun, but we have to use it wisely.
That's it for today's lesson. Remember, social media can be both good and bad. It's all about how you use it.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more lessons and resources.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.